All right, first and foremost, and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who rule well and was worthy to be counted for double honors. And peace and salutation to you brothers out there pushing his truth wholeheartedly and sincerely and for love of the gospel. All right, it's the brother Gabari from the Indiana camp. Come back at you again when I have to sit down to basically talk about the Lord had brought us very low. All right, because I was just watching a few videos. Where the first video I seen, it was basically a so-called Israelite woman. She was just talking about the so-called black man of America. Did I say so-called Israelite woman? I meant to say so-called black woman. That's what I meant to say. The so-called black woman was putting down the so-called black man. All right, she was basically talking about how we're jealous of her. They've gotten over us. They get more fame than us. They get more money than us. Just a whole bunch of vain stuff. Just saying a whole bunch of stuff. And then other men was commenting on it saying, "Oh, we really don't care about that stuff. That's what y'all. We really don't. We don't really even give a fuck." So I just watched the video just to see what it was about. Exactly what I thought it was going to be about. So I scrolled down more, and I seen another video where it basically showed a so-called white person, an Edomite, putting hell on Jake. He's basically cussing, "Oh, you nigger, you this," just basically just being a demon. All right, so I seen that, Jake getting oppressed by Esau. What else is new? And then I went down and I seen it was I can't remember the lady's name, but she was giving an interview because she wrote a book, and then she basically had put in that book that the so-called black man in America is the only nation of people, that is the only nation of people who doesn't get no respect or no honor upon the planet Earth, not even by their own women, and she basically said he's the most disrespected out of all the nations. She said out of the white man, the red man, the yellow man, the Chinese man, and all the basically races, they all receive honor, respect, especially from their women, knowing that they're their authoritative figure, they're this, they're that, and but when it comes to the so-called black man, he doesn't get that honor, he doesn't get that respect, he doesn't get that same treatment. He gets put down low. He gets put down like he's nothing. All right. So it just made me remind me back to the scriptures where, of course, you have the Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, where it talks about us going into slavery and we will be brought down very low. And you have numerous amount of other scriptures to show you that we right now, as a so-called black man, we literally have no power in this place. All right. That's why the Lord said, forsake all, because guess what? Everything that we have is not really ours. Even our own women, even the own woman that you live with is not technically even yours, because she would turn to you in a heartbeat. Me and my woman just got done out of argument yesterday. That's all basically majority of the day was. Majority of the day yesterday was just arguing, And I can see how easy it is for that woman to be gone, So in this world that we live in, really, to be honest, the only thing we truly have is the faith of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. All right. And even that can be taken away from you if you abuse it or mistreat it. Okay. So really, to be honest, this is why you should put your best foot forward into this thing. This is why you should really wholeheartedly honor and respect Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man, because he's the only one that's coming to combat for you. The so-called white man's not doing it. The so-called black woman's not doing it, or Latino woman's not doing it. All right. It's the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American men that are being put down or very, very low, man. Starting with the so-called Negroes. All right. It's starting with them because they're the head. All right. And everyone and the head always gets the forefront. The head always gets the hardest. All right. The rest of I'm not saying the rest of the tribes are not feeling the heat too, but no one's feeling it as heavy as Judah. All right. The head tribe, no one's feeling it as hard as them. That's why they're always at the forefront. When you see on the news, when you see people talk about, they always talk about what? The blacks and Latinos. When people in jail, it's always what? The blacks and Latinos, Who's the most minority in America? The blacks and Latinos, man. All right. So I'm gonna just basically just pull out a couple scriptures just to remind Jake that, hey man, we're still low. All right. We don't have no power in this place. We're not gonna have that power until Yahweh Shem Yahshua come back and redeems us. Okay. Because we are still technically in our punishment. Okay. And that's all this that's all what this is, man. This is all a big punishment. All right. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 43. It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. All right, that stranger is talking about what? So-called Esau Edom. All right, it's like not so-called actual Esau Edom, so-called white man. All right, he's a very high above us. Okay, he rules the world. He literally rules the world. Okay, there's nowhere we can go that he's not there. Even in the other nations, he's in rulership of the world right now. Okay, especially them Khazars, especially them fake Jews over there. All right, they're really in the world, ruling the world. All right, and he brought us very, very low. All right, extremely low. Where we living in not even the best. We're not even living in decent neighborhoods. You have a vast majority of Jakes that's not even living in decent neighborhoods, in America. All right, I want to say probably and this is me being very, very, very kind. I would say probably 75 to 80% of Jake is living in ghettos. All right. I really want to go higher than that. I really want to say probably 90, but vast amount of Israelites are living in ghettos, man. All right. It says he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. How does look what he's doing now? He's getting what? Stimulus checks. He's giving people food stamps. He gives people PPP loans. He's giving what is it, the unemployment check. He basically he's giving. He always gives to Jake. He's always doing something. He has programs set up where you can have people pay your rent for you. He has programs set up where your children can go to school for free. He has programs up to just for all types of stuff, man. All right, he's always constantly lending to Jake, but you don't see Jake never lending to the so-called white man, because guess what? The so-called white man is the ones that's in rulership. He doesn't need nothing that we need. He doesn't need nothing that we got to offer. Matter of fact, actually, I seen a video a long time ago where a poor man was, it was a social experiment. He was acting like he was poor, and he went with $100, and he was basically giving all people like $5, $10 here. He'll ask, he'll have a guy walk down the street with a business suit on or something, and he'll ask the guy, did he have any money? And the guy was, I'm sorry, I don't have any change or anything. And then he'll pull off $10 out of his pocket. He said, well, here goes some money to put you in your pocket. And they literally got offended. The people that were walking by got offended from the poor man giving them money. He said, oh, well, here you go, sir. You can have this $10. Just, keep it in your pocket. And then, every single time they always say, what? I don't need, does it look like I need $10? What you trying to say? Said, you're poor, I'm rich, and they would literally get offended, man. So Esau doesn't even want what we have, man. Because that's how beneath he looks at us. All right. That's how low that we've become, and where we don't even have the riches to even give it to him. All right. It says he shall be the head, and thou shall be the tail. All right. And that's exactly what we are, man. We're the tail. We're the butt of every joke. We're the ones that get looked at when we come around. We're the feared ones. The ones that's crazy, ain't got nothing to live for. It's just like being in school, man. When you're in school and everybody don't want to, be your friend or be be near you. They always talk about you. You're the weird kid, But it's crazy because everybody, but all them same people that's talking about you, they all want to be like you. You got the best this, you got the best that. It says, I'm reading verse 45. It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And that's exactly, and if you read Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, starting from the 15th verse on the way down, you'll see these types of curses, man. All right. And these curses that the Lord put upon us is on us still to this day, and they're precise. All right. I was reading a few of these curses, man. It's talking about what? Jake leaving their children. A so-called Israelite, a woman looking evil towards the Israelite man. All right. The Israelite man looking evil towards the next Israelite man. All right. How we're not gonna have cattle, we're not gonna have land, we're not gonna have resources to be rich anymore. All right, which that's really riches. All right, what Jay-Z, Kanye West, all these other rappers and celebrities, what they call it, that's not riches. That's just paper that they have. Riches back in the scriptures are land, cattle, and substance. All right, which that makes more sense than just having paper. What the fuck paper is gonna get you? You know, yeah, it might give you worldly items. It might be a trading commodity. It might be a trading commodity right now. But guess what? If the economy crashes and the government falls, what's more valuable? $5 million or a bottle of water? Think about that. You know, the economy's crash. Everybody's fending for themselves, and you got $5 million in your pocket or in a bag or whatever. But this next guy got a bottle of water. Which one you think gonna last longer? You know, which one is more valuable in that situation? You know, or clothes on your back or shoes on your feet. Everything becomes a commodity. You know, when everything is at its brink, everything is broken down, and where a pair of shoes or a jacket, you know, is more valuable than some money, then you know things is bad, man. No, but it also shows you what? It also shows you that the things that the possessions, the things people has is more valuable than actual fucking money. You know? Because people uplifts money. You know? People think, oh, it's all about the bag, it's all about this, all about that. No. Back then, our forefathers had what? They had land. They had cattle. Where if the economy crashed, guess what? They're still good. They got 500 oxen, 500 sheep, 600 this, 600 that, land, houses, women, children. You know, they actually had things that they can live off of, you know. Had a stream down the road where they can go get fresh water, you know. They were still eating. Ain't that's what Jake said? He's, oh man, that dude eating, you know. Which means he's making a lot of money, he's making a lot of progress, you know. Let me get this. $25. Okay, kind of. I'm gonna just start from. I'm gonna just get straight to the point. This is Lamentations chapter 2, in verse 5. It says, "The Lord was as an enemy; he have swallowed up Israel. He has swallowed up all her palaces. He have destroyed his strongholds. He has destroyed his strongholds and increased in the daughters of Judah mourning and lamentations." And that's exactly what the Lord did, man. You got to think. The Lord sent us into, slavery, and he was like an enemy. Now, how do you treat an enemy? You treat an enemy like you would know how you treat an enemy. If your arch enemy came before you, you would know how to treat him. You know? That's how the Lord did us, man. Because we broken the everlasting covenant, man. We transgressed against him, man. We constantly went off, and the Lord was tired and sick of it. So guess what? Yahweh turned his back on us, and these nations abused us. All right? We went into slavery. We lost children. We lost our land. We lost our nation. We lost our nationality. We lost who we were. All right? We became dead. All right? We lost the Sabbath today. The Lord took everything from us. We lost who we were. We lost our way of life. All right. The Lord completely destroyed us, and the Lord allowed this so-called white man to do it. But now the Lord has shown us mercy and bringing us back into his ways, into his statutes, laws, and commandments. All right. But even though the Lord to show you the balance of it, even though the Lord brings us into this way, even though the Lord's given us our nationality back, doesn't mean that we still doesn't have a punishment to serve. We're still in our punishment, you know, because it was prophesied. It's set for a set time. All right. And as soon as our punishment is over, then we're getting redeemed. It's going to be our turn to rule. Okay. This is Baruch chapter 4. In verse 6, it says, "You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction." So the Lord didn't want to kill us. He didn't want to destroy us completely. But because you moved Yahweh to wrath, you delivered unto the enemy. All right, that's why. Because we disobeyed. It's just like a punishment that you put your children in. You know? Perfect example. It's just like a punishment you put your children in. You put your children in, you know, if you come home and three of your children and all your children was disobedient and doing this, and guess what? You punish them. You put them in a room. Don't come out until the end of the day, you know? But then you might have mercy on one or two of your children. You know what? Have a little mercy. You know, let me see how to do. You go in the room, and the other two children having fun, jumping up and down, right there. But you have that one child, he just sitting there in the corner. Where you put him, you know? He probably sitting down, just twiddling his thumbs, you know, but he's suffering his punishment, you know? And you just looking, you like, okay, yeah, he's doing what he's supposed to do. Y'all, the rest of y'all just out here willy-nilly, you know? Y'all not doing what I said. This is supposed to be for a punishment. This is supposed to be for our correction, all right? And we completely acknowledge that, man. Us men of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man, we completely acknowledge that we are in America for our punishment, man. All right? Because what? Because like Malachi said, what? No, it's like, not Malachi, Micah. Like Micah said, what? For I will endure the indignation of the Lord because I sinned against him. It was me. We the one that did the Lord wrong, man. The Lord didn't do nothing to us. Matter of fact, everything the scripture says in Jeremiah, everything the Lord asked our forefathers, he said, what transgressions did your forefathers find in me? You know? What did I do wrong for your forefathers to disobey me? So it's not the Lord who's doing us wrong. It's us. And you have certain jakes now in the society that's saying, "Oh, well, why the Lord? Where was the Lord when we were in slavery? Why does the Lord allow people, little babies, to get raped and this and that?" And yeah, he's the Lord. Scripture says, "I create good and evil." He does them both. Because people got this persona where the Lord is just all good. The Lord can never. Well, the Lord is all good. Everything he do is good. But also in the same breath, he also creates that evil, which is good. It might be evil to you, but it's good to him. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. Verse 8. It says ye have forgotten the everlasting God that brought you up. And it says, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nourished you. All right. It's like, let me read that over because I was matter of fact, no, I'm gonna start from 7 because I skipped the verse. It says, "For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not Yahweh." See, that's that, and that's what it did right there, man. We started sacrificing unto devils and not Yahweh, idols. You know, we started doing this to idols, gods that are not gods, instead of Yahweh, man. It says ye have forgotten the everlasting God that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nourished you. Yeah, man. Doing abominable things in the Holy Land, man. Forgot the covenant the Lord gave us, man. Constantly going back into them idols, man. How would you feel if your woman that you're supposed to be with is constantly going back to her exes? You see her, you constantly seeing your woman in the bed with with her exes. You'll get pissed. You'll get mad. I know someone. Me personally, I would get absolutely livid. I would get. That's like the most heartbreakingest thing ever. Now how much more the Lord? How much more the Lord you think he feels when you give all your time, attention, and effort to another God? And that God can be anything, all right? Money, shit, your shoes, your game, your job, anything that you put that, because a God is something that you worship, all right? Now people say, "Oh, I don't worship shoes. I don't worship." People will say, "I don't worship shoes," but you got motherfuckers out here with over 100 pair of shoes in boxes and in this and that. You better not touch them shoes. They'll kill you. You have people that have died over shoes, and you talking about, "Oh, I don't worship shoes." You got motherfuckers worshiping their wife. Oh, nigga, I kill you. He'll do anything for her, you know. But yeah. What else? Oh yeah. I ended at this 20. What is it? 20. No, it's not. It's 30, I think. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 12. Really, to be honest, all this is good because it just basically shows the transition of power, how the Lord's going to take slavery off of us and put it on the heathen. But I'm gonna start from just to stay on topic. I'm gonna start from 12 and just read into it. Okay, this is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 12. It says, "For thus said the Lord, that bruises is incurable and thy wounds is grievous." So yeah, man, because also it says in the in that Deuteronomy and the curses that we're gonna have certain uncurable diseases, all right, and certain things that we're not gonna have control over, all right. It says, there is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou has no healing medicine. All right, yeah, man. Because we go in. It says what we go to for him, the one of all things, man. And also that's talking about what the philosophies that Jake believes in, man. It talks about the Jake's state of mind, how Jake is into everything, man. Buddha, fucking Christianity, mostly Christianity, Islam, atheism, all Scientology, all these different types of beliefs Jake is in, but it's not making him whole, It's not bringing him who he truly is. And also, and Jake is endowed with diseases like gout, fucking high blood pressure, all these type of uncurable diseases that Jake don't know the cure for, which the Lord put the cure in the earth, but Jake doesn't have knowledge of those medicines, nor has really, to be honest, they don't have the knowledge of it, nor has the how can I say the access to them. Because I'm pretty sure Esau has everything at his weakest point. So things that probably healed us back in the ancient world, that's probably not going to heal us now because Esau got GMOs, barium oxide in the air, all types of stuff that makes things way, way weaker than what they truly have, And even if we could get it, who's to say we're getting the most purest form? Who's to say Esau doesn't put his hand into everything, man? All right? It says, all thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not, for I have wounded thee the wound of an enemy. All right, to go back to the Lamentations, man. The Lord has wounded us the wound of an enemy, man. All right, and ultimately, what, man? The Lord stripped us from our nationality. What did he say? He said, he told Jeremiah what? He said, "Thou even thyself shall discontinue from the heritage which I gave thee." All right. And that's exactly what the Lord did, man. We discontinued. The Lord stripped us. We have nothing now. All the lovers, all them other doctrines that we loved so much after we was going into, what? They seek us not. They don't look for us. They got a Buddha, which is no God. You know, these guys doesn't plead for us or plead for our cause. It says what? With the chastisement of a cruel one, for they multitude of thine iniquity, because thou hast sins were increased. All right. Because what? That's why the Lord did it, man. Because our sins increased. We were doing multiple of iniquity, man. All right. Constantly over and over and over again. Where the Lord got sick of it. So he threw us into slavery for a punishment. It says, why criest thou for thy affliction? Thy sorrows is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased. I have done these things unto thee. See? So the Lord had done unto us, man. Everybody said, oh, what was the Lord in slavery? He was doing it. He's the one that put us there. All right? Because what? Because we sinned against him. Because we did him wrong. That's why we were doing it for a punishment, man. And the sooner you acknowledge that, the sooner the better, man. Jake trying to make excuses. Oh, the Lord, he ain't no true guy. He watched all these people do this to us. Because we deserved it, man. Because we deserve it. It says, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. And look at the mercy. And look how the Lord's going. Look how the Lord's going to bring this all back. It says, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. This says that they that spoil thee shall be spoiled, and all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. See? So the Lord, guess what? He's going to turn us back into our nationality, and he's going to put these heathens that had us in slavery for so long and mistreated us and abused us. He's going to give us a chance to rule over them, not only for a little bit, but forever. All right. It says, for I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds. Guess what? He's going to give us our nationality back, our doctrine. He's going to give us our land. He's going to give us everything that we ever owned. He's going to give us all back, because the word health goes into the word whole. All right. We're going to be wholesome in mind, wholesome in spirit. Okay. Saith the Lord, because thou called thee an outcast, saying, is this Zion whom no man seeketh after? Yeah, man. They made fun of us. They destroyed us, and then they mocked us after. You know, now they're looking at us upon our shame, man. They're looking at us in our nakedness. And when I say nakedness, I mean looking at Jake walk around being drug addicts, not knowing who they are. And you know that because look at the way they treat you in the gas station. You know, look at them errors, the way they treat you in the gas station, man. All right. They know who you truly are. Because you had brothers call them out, man. You had brothers call and say, man, you know we the children of Israel, man. Why didn't you tell us? You know, or this is one I actually seen where a brother, where me and the brother walked in the gas station, and the brother's having a conversation with him, and the guy was like, "Oh, I'm from Abraham," and he said, "Yeah, but we from Abraham too," and he's like, "Yeah." You know, he was pointing at us. He said, "Yeah, you guys from Abraham too," you know, so they know. All right, so I can really go more than that, but I'm gonna just end it right here. I just want to get that point, you know, showing that we are still low. We are still in our captivities. And the reason why we went into captivity is for we disobeyed, you know? So best thing I say, man, just acknowledge your sins, bear the indignation of the Lord, and turn and sin no more. All right. To the best of your ability. All right. I'm gonna say the best of your ability because you sin every day, but to the best of your ability. All right. And hoping for our redeemed to come. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and who was worthy to be counted for double honors, and peace and salutation to you brothers out there pushing the truth wholeheartedly and sincerely and for love of the gospel. With that, shalom.